Welcome to day 2 of my Maternal Mental Health Week special. After establishing your baseline yesterday, it's time to look to the future. It is so easy to get really overwhelmed with everything you want to achieve, the sort of mother you want to be, and the family life you want to lead. There's a lot of pressure to do things a certain way, for your children to follow a certain path, for you to conform. But how much have you really stopped to think about what matters to you and your family? Are you leading the sort of life that you thought you would as a family? So let's work out exactly what is the most important thing to you. The idea is that by the end of this episode, you will arrive at a single word or image that will bring the most happiness and positive change in your life. So this is another quite practical one, a bit like yesterday's episode. So get out a journal, or if you haven't already, sign up to get my free accompanying worksheet so you can have the questions to hand to answer in your own time when you have a little bit of quiet time. So to start off with, write a list of words that you would use to describe the last 12 months. Don't overthink this, just write the words that come to you straight away. Be gentle with yourself and accept that there might be some that feel hurtful or feel very negative. Remember, no one is going to look at this other than you unless you choose to show it to someone. You can throw it away or burn it after if you need to. But being honest and thinking about how the past year has been is a really helpful way to know whether it's a year that felt in alignment with the sort of family life you want. Sometimes we don't ever get a chance to really think about how things are going for us. So if you are doing this while you're listening along, you can pause me while you do it, but I recommend setting a timer for 5 minutes. I really don't want you to dwell on this or start beating yourself up about it. Just get the words out there. So now you have your list. I want you to look back at that list and organize each of the words into 2 columns, those that are positive and those are negative. Again, be kind to yourself and realize that if your negative column is longer than your positive, it's common and it's okay. Remember, things change. You know, if I were to do this exact exercise back in December, so just 4 months ago, my negative column would be very, very long. I had a really tough year last year. But I have actually been working on myself in 2024. So just within 4 months, things have changed dramatically. And that only happened because I recognized that I needed to do some things to see some changes. And so I've been working hard on it. But would I have known that if I hadn't done an exercise a bit like this and thought back to how my year's been? I don't think so, because I would just be so stuck in the weeds of what is happening right now. So next, putting together your results from yesterday's meal of motherhood and the list that you've just written, write down the areas that you want to improve and rate out of 10 how important they are to you, with 10 being really, really important. Next, look at your list of areas you want to improve and then list the 3 top ranked things that you would like to change about your motherhood this year. So if, for example, you have rated that exercise and the food you eat and time out for yourself are the 3 top ranked things that, score really highly as important to you, then put those down in a list. And yes, your health and nutrition definitely counts. It should probably be right at the top if it's not already. So take a few minutes to think about these 3 things that you've listed and think about why you want to change them. Which 1 or 2 of these changes would most positively impact your life? So just take a few minutes to think about that. Pause me if you need to. Then complete this sentence. The one thing I can change over the next 12 months that will bring me the most happiness and positivity to my life is. So write out that one thing that can bring you that happiness. Now we're going to do a little bit of visualization. Close your eyes and think about what making this change will mean for your life. How will your life improve? What will it feel like? What will reaching this goal represent? Spend a few minutes visualizing how your life looks like having achieved that goal. Who are you with? What are you wearing? What are your surroundings? What can you see, smell, feel? And when you've spent a little bit of time doing that visualization, spending time really feeling into it, write down in as much detail as you can about what you noticed and felt. And then finally, look back over everything you've written in the last 2 pages. Read it over. Can you summarize one word that encapsulates how you want to feel in the next 12 months. Is there a single word that jumps out at you? Write it down. If you're feeling arty, you can embellish it, doodle patterns around it, colour it in. Or if there isn't a word that's jumping out at you, but an image or a colour, write that down, draw it, colour it in, whatever it is. What is the image that encapsulates, that captures the feeling that you want? Okay, so now what? You've got this image or this word that you've come up with. What do you do with it? So I think what you can do is put it somewhere that you will look at on a regular basis. Put it somewhere that you will remember to know that that is the thing that is important to you. You could take a photo of it, put it on your phone wallpaper. You could write it out on a post-it note and put it on the kettle or on the bathroom mirror. You could talk to your partner or any significant person in your life about that word and what it means to you and how you're going to work on it over the next year. Make it your own. Remind yourself of it regularly. And now you have that image of who you want to be and the sort of direction you want to go. That is how you will rediscover yourself. So for the remainder of this week, I'm going to dive into specific strategies that you can use in the here and now to rediscover yourself. With the reminder of where you are now, the ideas I will offer will help you move towards where you want to go this time next year. So I hope you join me tomorrow for day 3.